Hi everyone! In this video, we will identify the null and alternative hypothesis. A research team is studying the proportion of adults in a certain city who exercise regularly. Let the proportion of adults who exercise regularly be P. The team hypothesizes that due to recent public health initiatives, the proportion of adults exercising regularly is now less than 40%. What would be the null and alternative hypotheses for this study? The null hypothesis ends with two L's. If I tip them on their side, they look like an equal sign. That helps me remember that the null hypothesis needs an equal sign. This is represented with an H sub 0. We are also looking for the alternative. This is represented with H sub A for alternative, and you can also see it written as H sub 1, just stating that it is the hypothesis or the claim after the original claim of the null hypothesis. Let's go through all of the different variations that a null hypothesis can take with an equal sign. Different variations of the equal sign are the exact equal sign. We can also have a lesser than or equal to, or a greater than or equal to. The alternative will only be lesser than, greater than, or not equal to. Let's go look at the claims being made in the problem above. We were told that P is the proportion of adults who exercise regularly, so we know we are going to be comparing P to something. And in the final sentence, we can see that they're hypothesizing that the proportion is now less than. This is represented with a lesser than sign. If you get these mixed up, if it looks like an L, it's the lesser than sign. Lesser than 40%, and 40% we can change to be a decimal of 0.4. As we read this, we can see that it says is now less than 40%. That means that originally it was 40%. So the null hypothesis is the original claim that it equals 40%. The alternative is that it is now less than 40%, and we'll use a lesser than sign. And again, we're using the decimal of 0.4. We've now identified the null and alternative hypotheses for this study, and we're all done.